Today we will be sharing
our high horror stories.
This is my high story. My roommate and I, 5 or so years ago, we had a house party and it was really fun. We had everybody bring a date and dress up and we had a photo booth and everything. It was wonderful. One of our friends decides to bake a weed cake. We labeled it and made sure, like, guys, this has marijuana in it. People did not care. You could tell that everybody had had a piece at this party because everyone is quiet. It's just the music. And so everybody is just kind of like staring at each other. Like, some people are nice and zoned out. Some people are like darting their eyes around. One of my friends actually the next day told me, I was so paranoid at your party. She thought like everybody hated her. Another friend is like an avid runner. She just decided to run home. But I had a good time at this party. I enjoyed myself and the cake was good too. If something has a label on it, maybe read it before you eat it at a party. Yeah, I guess that can be said for peanut allergies as well too.
My high story is also when I was in college and I was in LA. One of my roommates had these edibles. They were really strong. So we split one of these gummies up. Actually, I think we split in half a gummy that was already split in half. So I had like a bare arm. So we went for a walk. As we were like finishing up our walk, we started feeling it, so we went back. My roommate at the time had string lights. So we put them in like the hallway of the place we were staying and turned off all the other lights except for these string lights. She had a ukulele, so she was like, I'm gonna sit in the bathroom and play the ukulele because it's really echoey, so like it would like sound nice. And she's like, and you stand at the end of the hallway and I'll play it in the bathroom and it'll echo, and then it'll be like this cool experience for you to like walk down and like be all stoned. And I'm like a very analytical person already, and when I'm high, I'm even more like, I question everything and like think about everything like times 10. So this is all happening and I'm like, oh my God, this is really romantic. And I'm like, am I like in love with my friend? Like, what's going on here? Blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, how do I like regain control of the situation? And like, hey, let's swap. I'm playing the ukulele and she like goes away to like do what I just did. I keep getting more and more high, right? So then I think like, oh my God, wait a minute, she left and she's not my roommate anymore. She turned into a murderer. But I knew that that wasn't true. Instead of it being like cute and like this like potentially romantic thing, it was like the scariest kind of lighting that could ever be in the hallway. And I was like, can you come here? Like I for some reason I think you're like, I'm a knife murderer and you're gonna kill me or something. And she's like, okay, you're not having a fun time and you're going down this path, so let's go into my room and we'll just chill and it'll be fine. But when she and I are together, we like get into these bits. But she was like, we have to like close my bedroom door because this is like the last bit of oxygen on Earth. And so then I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, we're in space. So I'm like starting to panic, but then I'm like, I know that that's not true, but my high brain won't let me think that it wasn't. I go downstairs and I just tell her, I'm like, hey, look, thanks for sharing, but like this was a mistake and I have to go to bed now. So then I'm in bed and it's like as soon as I lie down, I get the spins, of course, and then I'm like, oh my God, like this is awful, blah, blah, blah. And then I literally think that I'm dying, but like I knew that I wasn't, so I wasn't like, hey, can somebody like come in here and just validate the fact that I'm still alive? It turned into like a terrible nightmare fiasco. But then I woke up the next morning and I felt fine. Just, you know, be responsible. And it's cool to say no if you want to.
This is my high story. All right, so my high story starts in California. And this was actually the first time I ever got high. And this was like Thanksgiving time. And I didn't really know how to smoke, so they were basically also trying to teach me. And you know, when you have that one hit, that one long hit, and then that cough where you cannot catch your breath afterwards, you're done. And then I just kept going. Let's say it was like 12:26, okay. I'm super stoned out my mind. I'm hungry, I need sugar. I was like sitting on her couch. I ate a cupcake. I ate another cupcake, cupcake number 2. I ate cupcake number 3. Then we proceeded to talk about time travel. You know, like when your heart is beating so fast and you're shaking and it's like, oh my God, am I gonna die? That's how high I was. And I looked at my phone and it was only 12:30. Only 4 minutes had passed and it felt like it had been 4 hours. So then after that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to go home. I'm freaking out. And so I just lived like right upstairs from her. So we go upstairs And I'm like, dude, are you gonna be okay going back downstairs? Are you gonna be okay? And I just keep asking her this over and over again. She's like, dude, you need to drink some water and don't go to sleep yet. Like, calm down first. And so I went inside of my apartment. I was drinking a ton of water, and I probably didn't go to sleep for another 3 or 4 hours. So what I learned from that first stoned experience was drink more water. I was clearly dehydrated.